Gracias and welcome to Vasili's garden. Now today we've come down to Marysville a year and a half after the bushfires that ripped through this place. We've come to meet the locals down here and see how they're rebuilding their lives. A lot of them have actually started reconstructing their homes. Some are still at the beginning of those stages, but we're also going to learn about revegetation of the gardens there, see what local plants are growing again, what needs to be done and how far into it they are actually. But our first stop is the local lolly shop, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go and check them out. We're down here with Julia. Now you're the lolly shop queen, I believe.
Lolly shop lady, yes.
Lolly shop lady? Mm-hmm. Okay, now how long have you been here?
I've had the lolly shop for 6 years. I had it in partnership before the fires and now I've got it on my own. But
Family
I've been
help?
in Marysville. Pardon?
Family helps?
No. My niece comes to help me on school holidays.
Okay.
That's about it. Yes.
Okay, so, and you look at this magnolia. What a magnificent tree. It's come back to life again, hasn't it?
It was a 60-year-old magnolia, absolutely beautiful, canopy over the whole garden.
Yeah.
And now it's still alive, so I'm really happy with that.
You should be very happy because it's actually got a lot of new growth from the bottom, so you can eventually remove some of the old wood there.
Do you think it will live, or is this
It's
just...
already leaving. Have a look at this. Look at all
Yeah,
these
I
new
know.
shoots. It's showing you good signs of good growth there and everything. So, no, not to worry. And the flowers are gorgeous too.
They are too,
Yeah, and we've
yes.
had a good drop of rain lately down here.
We have had a lot. We were even flooded, and that's hard to believe around here, but the roads, we couldn't get out of town.
This isn't quite the old lolly shop that you had in the past. The old lolly shop was quite large.
It was, yes. But now with the use of a shipping container, which is air conditioned, we can keep the lollies at the right temperature.
That's good. So you got a good array of lollies?
I have,
Yeah?
yes.
You
Come
wanna show
on
me
in
some?
and have a look.
Let's have a look. Not bad, my dear. I tell you, for a little container, you sure know how to pack it full of sugar. Look at the sweetness in this place.
Oh, yes, it's great. We sell mainly old English lollies and a lot of nostalgic lollies. You know, lollies
what are we talking about? What sort of
we had
lollies?
at school, choo-choo bars and white nights and
Oh, miss those.
things that make people remember when
Let me
they
grab
were
one.
at school.
There they are.
Yeah.
Have a look at these. The old choo-choo bars.
They're a lot smaller than they used to be, but
means I
they
could have
still
two of
taste
them
as good.
So what are your favourites?
My favourites are the English lollies. The sherbet lemons are really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And things like rhubarb and custard.
Okay,
They're lovely.
rhubarb and custard lollies.
Yes, rhubarb and custard. They taste just like rhubarb and custard.
Okay, I believe you on that one there.
And
And what's this?
My favourite is rhubarb rock. I love it.
And she has a lot of honey and preserves
These
there
are all
too.
local produce. Before, I used to have a produce store as well.
Okay.
So I've kept the very local products in the new shop, and I'll expand later on when I...
The region here and
The
obviously
local
the
area.
local areas.
Yeah.
Now, how long before you get the new place up and running?
I should start building in February, and I'm very
You're not
excited.
doing it yourself,
about
are
that.
you?
No.
Gingerbread house?
Gingerbread house, right there. There's a little
She's got
photo of
you
it
got a
there.
photo? Let's have a look.
That's what I'm hoping to build.
Wow, that looks nice. That's a double story.
It is,
yeah?
yes. I'll live up top, and the shop will be down below. Here we are, Vasili. Here's a nice gift for you to take back to Melbourne.
So kind of you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And some rhubarb and custard.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I like those rocky road ones. What do you call them? Those rhubarb rocks?
Rhubarb rock.
Yeah, I'd like one of those.
There we are. You can take a
What are
couple
the
of those.
eucalyptus like? Are they any good?
They're lovely.
Yeah?
Old eucalyptus
Yeah,
diamonds.
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You got anything with sort of the
Fizzy
chocolate?
wizzies?
Yeah, why not? Anything with chocolate on it?
I have.
Folks, I have Kay. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
That's very good. And Nora, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's
Yeah.
good. Now, we've come to have a look at your property.
Yes.
Now, it's called Escape in Marysville.
Yes. Property that we originally had was in Buxton
Okay.
and too damaged after the fires. So we made a business decision to come here, buy this, and very soon, I hope, put a house and a business up on it.
Okay, well, tell me, what is the business?
It's going to be a luxury bed and breakfast, and we're going to concentrate on the Japanese theme.
All right, so did you have that same concept before?
No, we didn't. No, this is brand new for us.
Okay, what was it before? Just a house?
It was, we had a beautiful big mud brick home, which was our bed and breakfast as well,
Okay.
and our natural therapy centre. So we decided after the fire that we'd have a complete change.
Wonderful.
So-
and the Japanese feel will obviously fall into place with the natural therapy?
That's it,
Do
yeah.
you do massaging and things like that?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes,
You do?
yes.
Just got cramp right here with this cold weather.
See me later.
All right. Gonna have to wait for that one, eh? So how big's the site here that we're looking at? Do you know?
It's about quarter of an acre.
Quarter of an acre, and it'll be landscaped?
Yeah, we're hoping to have some beautiful Japanese private courtyard gardens where people can sit and meditate and do Tai Chi and just have a very tranquil, restful time.
A lot of herbal remedies from the garden?
Yes, I hope so. Yeah, we both love growing our own vegetables and herbs.
Yeah,
Yep.
wonderful. And a lemon tree so the gentleman can come and visit?
Definitely.
Yes?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
And when is the project starting? Did you say? You said it earlier? You're not sure?
No.
You need some help?
Very
we
soon,
need
yes.
lots of help.
All right. What do we need? What are we missing at the
We're
moment?
missing a house and a
Okay,
business.
all
Yeah.
right. Well, we need someone to help you build it, do we?
And
Not
we're
really?
we've had a few hiccups with that, but hopefully we're very close. We've had a minor hiccup with a builder, and we're going for another one now. And we're just a little bit over budget, like about 150,000, but
much.
we're just a little bit too much over budget. So we're that redesigned.
Okay.
Yeah. So third time lucky.
And just as the sun comes out again, we've come to meet Glenys. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. Now we're down at another property. Now this is yours, and this is being rebuilt as we speak.
Yes,
the
my
boys are
home.
working. Yeah, your home.
And
This-
the B&B.
Was this your home beforehand?
Yes, I built it 5 years ago.
Okay. And it was a B&B,
Yes,
bed and breakfast.
yes.
Yes. And you were saying earlier there was a lovely nursery here prior to that.
Yeah, it was the old Beauty Spot nursery, and it's been here for years, and it had beautiful mature trees, and
Yeah.
it was just beautiful. That's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I bought it, plus the
Okay.
creek. There's a little
Okay.
creek that runs through it.
So what are we doing? We've got a nice, what's that, about 40 squares or so?
Oh no,
No?
it's much smaller than that. It's only 2 bedroom plus the cottage, so it's
Okay.
got veranda around, which
Okay.
makes it look appear a lot bigger. But
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward.
How long
to
before
it.
it's ready?
Maybe a bit before February. Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
yeah.
And open to the public, obviously, again for B&B.
Yeah. Oh yes.
can come
we want
down?
them all to come back.
I'm going to go down to the stock up in my lollies and come over here and chill out with you.
Okay, it's Fernbrook Cottage.
But I've got to ask you first, what was it? Fernwood?
Fernbrook.
Fernbrook. I'll
Yeah.
remember that one, Fernbrook Cottage. But I want to know what sort of planting you're going to do. What sort of design have you got? Because we saw earlier the ladies there doing a Japanese-style garden.
Well, I have to restore my beautiful garden, that was.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure. It'll sort of be a bit lower story this time.
Okay.
So I'll sort of seek some help, I suppose.
Yeah, you need some help, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. What sort of help do you need?
Well, I need someone to tell me what to plant
Yeah.
and what to weeds. A lot of
Yeah.
weeds have come up since that we've
That's
never
true.
seen before.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
because of all the taller plants and the larger shrubs have
Well,
gone.
I think the
made room.
fireball seemed to bring seeds out of the ground. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
they-
everybody
yeah.
had weeds that we've never seen before.
All right, and we've got problems now with these weeds. We've got
Yeah.
to control them. Do we know anybody around here who can help us with that?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Sue from the Shire here, she's
Okay.
a weed expert.
Looking at one of the garden beds now, previous to this being here, as we see it, you couldn't recognise it. Is that correct?
No, there was huge shrubs, roadies, trees. It was just hidden by.
Oh, you can see a few of the
Yeah.
stumps from the old trees that were here too.
Yeah, some of them reshot. But,
Yeah. So, and this planting now that's going on here?
all these little bits people have given me since the fire, people at work.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful.
It's a bit of sanity going.
And it's a bit of a surprise too, because I didn't know what some of the bulbs were.
Okay.
And they've just popped up, so
They're
it's been
gorgeous.
wonderful.
Yeah, you're getting some
Yeah.
lovely colours through there. It's a nice little sort of soft spot and colour for the eye as you
Yeah.
come into the property.
It's been our sanity, a little bit of lawn and this
Yeah.
colour.
Hi Sue,
Hi, Vasili.
how you going?
I'm
good to see you again.
Yeah, good to
It's
see
been
you.
a while.
Yes.
Now what are you doing? Plants again?
Oh, I'm just having a look at this hazel pomaderus here that's regenerated after the fire.
What's a hazel pomaderus? Is that like a
well-
pomegranate?
No, it's a native plant, indigenous to the area.
Okay.
Indigenous to the Marysville area.
And it's sprouting up here. Is that what it does? How big does it grow?
Oh,
Quite large, medium sized bush?
it's quite a tall tree. And
Okay.
we've got more of it growing over here on the other
wow.
side of the river.
Is that just spread after the fires is it just seed, or is it obviously something growing here before of the same one?
No, it would have been growing here before. It's
Okay.
just been regenerating.
Okay,
Yes.
so what are you doing actually? You're just admiring the
Well,
hazel
actually-
pomaderus, or?
No, I'm actually looking around at the weeds and I've stumbled across a native plant.
Okay.
And this
What's
is
a-
something that we have to be really aware of, that we can identify between our native plants and weeds so that we do protect our native plants and not actually get rid of them.
But you must admit that A lot of native plants look a little bit weedy.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So what your aim is now, because look, everybody in town is rebuilding. I can see they're all positive there. The buildings are going up. Some of them are working on the gardens. We have to be careful of the type of weeds they're growing at the moment, or are growing, and they have to maintain them.
Yes.
Is there an issue with that?
With the rebuilding process, it's a really fantastic opportunity to be aware of what you're going to put back into your garden and try to avoid any invasive plants.
All right. So how do you recognise a weed, and what options do people have once they spot one?
Well, it's not always easy to identify a weed, but there's plenty of help out there if you are seeking assistance in identification. The local council, agencies such as Department of Sustainability and Environment, DSE, Department of Primary Industries, land care groups, and the Catchment Management Authority all have information and officers that should be able to assist you. If you're able to bring in a sample, you can do that too to an agency, but it's probably best to take a picture first in case you're actually removing a native plant.
Well, at the moment, everything that's growing here would obviously be grown by nature. Seeds have germinated. We've got some beautiful grasses growing in the middle here. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Well, actually, no, they aren't gorgeous.
You're kidding me. They look gorgeous.
That's actually an undeclared weed called Montbretia. And if you look further down the river, you will see that it's actually invaded all the banks and being carried downstream.
Because that's got a nice clumping formation, almost similar to your bamboo, but not as tall, obviously.
No.
But what you're saying, and I can see it, look, it's sprouting up everywhere along the banks.
Spread by corms and very easily disturbed. If you've got weeds such as this in a waterway, obviously spraying is not ideal.
No.
And you would probably contact the Catchment Management Authority on that. They're responsible for bed and banks of streams, so they could give you advice on how to remove it in such a sensitive area.
I have to say, the water is gorgeous. Look how clear the water is. Spring water?
Oh, it's beautiful water.
Go for a swim?
Mountain water.
We'll go for a swim, eh?
I think I'd like it a few degrees warmer.
Don't worry, I'll heat it up for you. My body temperature's really hot.
This is English broom. It has a yellow pea-like flower, a rigid stem.
Yes.
It's a woody weed. It's a regionally controlled weed, and it's very, very invasive and comes back furiously after fires.
You know that I've seen this in many garden centres across the state?
Yes, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yes.
It's a glorious weed, I suppose, call it that if you wish, but it's got some beautiful flowers and colours. It's so vibrant. Unfortunately, like you're saying, it's very invasive. Now, this is another sprouted up here on Sue's property.
There is an alternative, a native alternative that looks very much like this broom, and that's called golden tip. It's goodier, and that would be a much better alternative to have than an invasive plant like this, so close to bushland.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at all those big gum trees.
I know.
The black stems, trunks on them.
Fantastic, isn't it? All that epicormic growth. Under the bark of the eucalypt tree, there are shoots waiting to grow after they've been damaged by the fire. Little buds come out from underneath, and this is the healing process of the tree. Eventually, as the epicormic growth rises up through the tree and reaches the crown, and the crown fills out, the epicormic growth in the lower part of the tree will eventually drop off as the crown develops.
That's wonderful. For now, they look like hairy trunks.
Yeah. Great to see a bit of colour back.
It is wonderful. Honestly, it is wonderful to be able to see so much strong foliage growing back again.
Yes.
I'm here with Barbara, another resident of Marysville. Unfortunately, you lost your property, but with a big smile on your face, you're excited about the rejuvenation of the land and obviously developing your house.
Yeah, absolutely. We our house was next door to this block we're actually standing on, but we bought this because we can now build slightly higher up the block and take advantage of those fabulous views.
Oh, look at the views. And all the greenery and all the trees you can see, they look like big teddy bears, hairy teddy bears.
They do now.
The arms and all the branches are like the arms and all the foliage growing up the trunks.
Yeah, and the snow on the top of the mountain. And it's just amazing.
It is to have snow up there. We're midway through spring now. Now, you're building the house up here?
We're building it here, so we'll be back up the block and then overlooking the view.
Yes.
What we're going to do with our previous block, the block next door, is to harvest that and to create, so it's just a nice garden, bring in lots of boulders and things like that. But our challenge is to screen off the neighbours, because now we've lost all the trees, of course, around us.
Was it full of trees here?
It was along the bottom, and a lot of trees next door and down the bottom, so you couldn't see the houses down there. But once that we're in the house, we're over their roof line, but we just need to screen at the bottom.
There was a lot of greenery and trees covering this area, and hence why how the fires came in so easily through this section. But now it's opened up. We had about 350 houses.
Something like that, yeah.
And there are about 100 of them gone back up or more?
Just slightly more now. Every week you see a couple more go in.
They're really working hard away at it there too. So, and I hope, when do you expect to start?
The build will start in November, and we're talking to an excavating company to come and excavate next door and get that sorted out, so we can then start the hard work on there as well, and then we'll look at this garden when they the build.
Now we're going down to another house later on, but we're all going to gather together, all the lovely ladies. And you're part of that group?
Certainly am.
Looking forward to it. It was a pleasure to meet you.
And you, Vasili. Thanks very much.
And all the best with the construction.
Thank you.
With me, folks, I have Terry and Sharon. This is an unusual house you got here.
Well, we always wanted to build one. But, a friend of mine designs, and Michael Shepherd is the architect. And we always wanted one of his houses, but we had no option of doing it when we lived in a house that was here. But seeing we've got no house anymore, and we decided to build it. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Nothing's square, nothing's straight, and nothing's level.
No, not at all.
Is that how you liked it? Did
I
you
love
agree?
it.
Yeah?
I love it, yeah.
Just rolling planes, and the roof line is great too.
Yeah.
And every door's got a different height, so everything's got to be made to fit.
Exactly.
To order.
Made our brains work.
And you're gardening too. Look at the plantation that you guys have been This is what, just over a year old, a year and a half?
That's right, yeah.
There's a lot of work going into it.
Yeah, there has been. Yeah.
And how big's the land?
1.4 acres.
1.4, that's an extensive size. So you're going to have a little bit of native, maybe a bit of productive planting too?
We will have some productive stuff eventually, but at the moment it's only ornamentals and a few fruit trees we've put in. But probably no natives apart from the eucalypts and the blackwoods that have
what was left behind? They've come back again?
Yeah.
You've had a lot of trees that have been taken down since?
Yeah, we had you couldn't have seen the town before.
Oh, you're kidding.
These trees, there used to be a great big cypress, big tulip tree there with a stump.
Yeah, you can see it coming up again.
And a lot of these camphor laurels. But there was just no way of seeing out in a big...
It's hard to imagine that because everything's opened up now, and obviously it's for the better of too.
Gardening-wise, probably, because we could never grow veggies here before. We didn't have enough light. But,
Well, can we take a tour around the back and see what you got going on there? This place here is actually just a year and a half old.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, what was left after the fires? What did you have left here as far as the garden's concerned? I know...
There was nothing. It was just straight black. But the tree ferns have regenerated. They survived.
Yes.
And all of those blackwoods that have grown up around, as you can see, the pear and the Chinese elm there have planted, but the blackwoods have come up around them. So I've just left those there to protect them. And we're gradually pulling out the blackwoods, and the model's just going to keep a couple of those in.
And you've put all the buddleias and the echiums in?
Yeah, the echiums and the buddleias are all new, and those the lilies have come back up again, and the hydrangeas are coming back again.
So as far as bulb plant varieties, they all managed to survive, most of them?
The tulips up here are all coming back up again.
And you've got a beautiful lawn going on. It's wonderful.
Amazing.
Did you plant the lawn?
No. Well, it came back.
That reminds me of the Opera House, Sydney Opera House. It's got a little bit of that sort of wave look in it. That was purposely done, or was that just that you didn't have a level?
Straight.
I was going to say. I like that. And all you were telling me about before, all the trees that is, you've actually had a mill down.
Yeah, that's right. We milled them there. Actually, Lucas Mills lent us a mill after the fire, and we were able to mill all the big cypress trees and cedars, and a big blackwood we had in the yard, Douglas fir from up the back corner. Yeah, there's beautiful blackwood. All that's blackwood down the bottom.
I've got a beautiful blackwood bench at home. I just love the colour, the different shades of it in the timber. Now, and this is all the timber that's come out of all the trees?
Well, that's all that's left. We've used quite a lot of it already. And,
In the house?
Yeah, in the house. Not in structures so much, but it's actually nogs and blocks, and we're using it for furniture and stuff inside.
Second burst of life for all the beautiful trees you had growing around here. Yeah. Good memories of it too. What are we looking at here, mate?
That's what's left out for the house. That's my old fireplace, and what's left of my log splitter, my welder. Just general bits and pieces that we claimed back out after the house was cleaned up.
Wow, the ruins of it all. Yeah, you're keeping it and you're going to use it again?
I'm going to use the fire. Hopefully I'll put a new fan glass and use it in my workshop.
Okay, and the others will probably go around the garden as features
Yeah,
or
well,
something,
the
memories.
chimeneas go in the garden here. They're complete, so we'll use those again. And
Good old steel, eh? Blast the fire, no more plastic anymore. Well, got rid of all today's technology, that's for sure, didn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah. Yesterday's memories. This is Michael. How are you, mate?
Nice to meet you, Vasili.
Likewise, likewise. Now, you're the town chef, I gather.
Yeah, one of. I think I might be the only one.
Okay. And you're serving up lunch for us here today.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. What have we got for lunch? What's on the menu?
Some bread rolls here.
Yeah, that's for the ladies.
Ones, yeah, that's for everyone. We've got some Asian vegetable curry and some steamed rice, a spinach and almond salad, and some spicy chicken.
You prepared that all up today for us?
Pretty much, yeah.
And what are we drinking?
Oh,
Oh, you didn't bring the wine?
No.
So beautiful Asian vegetables with rice,
Yep.
a spinach, and some chicken there. Looking forward to it. Are we hungry, ladies? Yes. Look at them, they're all lined. We're just taking a 5-minute breather here, folks. We're going to sort of fill up the tummies, get our energy back, then get back out into the garden and have some fun. And apparently there's a steel band here in town. Have I got that correct? What's the name of the band? Pans on Fire. Pans on Fire.
Yes.
Like pots and pans.
No.
No?
You'll have to wait.
I think you'll be.
We have a wonderful treat for you now, folks. We're here with Rita and all the lovely ladies we met earlier in a show at their properties.
Yeah.
Now, they're all wearing the similar top. And what's this top say? It
That's
says,
Pans on Fire.
not pants on fire, pans on fire.
Yeah.
A fitting name for a lovely neighbourhood here too. Now, we are a musical group, ensemble.
Yeah, that's a steel band.
A steel band. Okay,
So they're
explain.
made out of 44-gallon drums.
The only thing that didn't burn down?
Originally,
Yes.
originally they came from Trinidad.
Yes.
That's where it was invented in the 20s,
Okay.
1920s.
Okay.
But we have clever people around the world who know how to make those instruments.
Yes.
And so what we thought after the bushfires, we were all pretty mellow and
Yeah.
the mood wasn't good and
Okay.
it was too hard.
Yes.
And so I thought, geez, I used to play back in Switzerland in a band like this for 20 years. We should have that here.
Okay, so
So-
you got your Pans on Fire band set up.
Yeah, I got my
Okay.
friend from Switzerland come over. He did the pants.
He made them. He
Yeah.
made them.
He's coming again to do more because there's more people who want to participate. We're such a small band.
Yeah,
We're
I can
too-
see that.
We're just
You got the
small
whole
band.
bloody neighbourhood here.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
How long have you been together?
Now, we started in January 09, basically, and those guys... No, 10,
Oh,
sorry.
10.
You need to cut that out
Well,
of the
this is
film.
going to go to air about September, so you only been together for about 3 weeks.
Oh, no, it's
No,
now
it's-
actually 7 to 8 months.
Wonderful, okay.
And those guys are brilliant. Many of them never done music before,
all right.
and it's just, they pick it up.
I'm excited. I really am excited. Now, I've got my accordion with me here, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not going to play it. I want to see if you ladies know how to actually play these things. Now, 10 months, normally you still wouldn't be out past grade 1 in music.
Well, we don't know how to read music yet, most of us.
Says a lot.
But it's enough if 2 or 3 know how to read music and they compose the stuff, and then we're in
Wonderful.
business.
Wonderful. You got the letters there, so that means that you can be tone deaf too, as long as
Yep.
you can read.
Yep.
And it's
So
not upside
here,
down.
I tell you the family. Here's the bass.
Yes.
2 basses. So
Just
you
a
have...
quick sound. Let's have a listen. One sound. Wow. Here. And this. Oh. I'm excited.
And then we have the baritons.
The baritones. Wonderful.
And then we have the double seconds. That's the tenor level.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in another world.
And that are the sopranos.
And the sopranos. That's cool, all right. Well, all together, we're called the Pans on Fire.
Pans on Fire.
Take it away, ladies.